The OSI model exists to help us understand how networks actually work. It is important for three main reasons. Number one, networking. It breaks complex communication into simple layers. Number two, troubleshooting. It helps you quickly identify where a problem is happening. And number three, cybersecurity. Attacks, firewalls, and packet analysis all relate to specific OSI layers. A key idea to remember is this: most network problems can be isolated quickly using OSI layers. Now let's start from the very bottom, layer 1, and work our way up to layer 7. Layer 1 is the physical layer. This layer deals with raw data transmission. It sends data as bits, zeros and ones using electrical signals, light signals, or radio waves. Examples at layer 1 include Ethernet cables, fiber optic cables, Wi-Fi radio signals, voltages and electrical pulses. Layer 1 moves data from one device to another as signals. Think of layer 1 like roads. They don't care what you are sending, cars, trucks, they just carry it. If a cable is unplugged or your Wi-Fi signals are not reaching the far side of your home, this is a layer 1 issue, not a software or a security problem. Layer 2 is the data link layer. This layer handles local network delivery using MAC addresses. It packages bits into frames and ensures data reaches the correct device on the same network. Protocols and technology at this layer include Ethernet, Address Resolution Protocol, and network switches. It delivers data inside a local network like your home or office LAN. Layer 2 is like house numbers inside a neighborhood. The mail stays within the area and goes to the correct house. Attacks like ARP spoofing, network loops happens here. If devices cannot see each other locally, the issue is often at layer 2. Layer 3 is the network layer. This layer handles logical addressing and routing between different networks. It decides where data should go next. Protocol and devices at this layer include IP, that is Internet Protocol, ICMP, and routers. It moves data from one network to another using IP addresses. Layer 3 is like GPS navigation between cities. It chooses the best route to reach the destination. Firewalls often filter traffic using IP addresses. Routing failures and unreachable networks are layer 3 problems. Layer 4 is the transport layer. This layer decides end-to-end communication between devices. End-to-end means from the source application to the destination application, not just getting data to a device. Main protocols at this layer include TCP and UDP. TCP is like a courier service with tracking and confirmation. UDP is like sending a postcard, fast but with no confirmation. Port-based attacks at this layer include: attackers scan open ports to find vulnerable services such as Telnet on port 23 or RDP on port 3389. Malware often uses unusual ports to hide its network traffic. Denial of service attacks overwhelm specific ports like flooding port 80 to take down web servers. Defense: firewall allow or block traffic based on ports, such as blocking insecure Telnet on port 23 and allowing SSH on port 22, and to close unnecessary ports to reduce the attack surface. Layer 5 is the session layer. This layer manages sessions between devices. It handles session setup, maintenance, and termination. Examples include SSH, that is Secure Shell. It provides secure remote login and command execution, establishing and managing encrypted session between client and server. Layer 5 is like a phone call. First you connect, then you talk, and finally you hang up. Session hijacking attacks target this layer. If session drop unexpectedly, the issue may be here. Layer 6 is the presentation layer. This layer handles data formatting so systems understand each other. It also manages encryption and compression. Examples include SSL and TLS and data encoding formats. Layer 6 is like language translation and document formatting. It ensures the messages looks right and makes sense. Encryption happens at this layer. HTTPS security relies heavily on layer 6. Layer 7 is the application layer. This is the layer users interact with directly. Common protocols at this layer include HTTP and HTTPS, FTP, SMTP, and DNS. Layer 7 is like web browsers and email applications. This is what users see and use. Most attacks target this layer, such as phishing, web attacks, and malware. Defense include to use HTTPS to encrypt data in transit, log and monitor applications for suspicious activities, keep all software, frameworks, and dependencies updated with security patches. Here is the key takeaway. If you understand OSI layers, you understand how networks really work. That knowledge makes you stronger networking and cybersecurity professional.